Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to show you a tutorial on how to make a blocked update detector, which is a bud switch, and a couple other things that you can use with them. Etho from Etho's lab was the first one to come up with this bud detector switch. He used this for his water trap, and what it did was it detected when the sun went down. Unfortunately, it is now. And once it's set, the grass blocks around his updater reset. I'll come back in the morning. Alright, so as I was saying, he used his to update with the sun going up, and so then Recon Jeff, who I'll link to him as well, he came up with a one wide bud detector switch. So Ethos was a bit large. It covered, I think it was 2x4 or something like that. And then so Recon Jeff came up with this 1x3x4 bud switch, and so really thin, and it can hide all the wiring. And then I don't know if you've noticed when you've mined redstone, but sometimes when you hit it, it glows, and then after a while it'll turn off. Now what that is when you interact with it, it actually updates that block, and so it does this glowing thing. I don't know whether that's a bug or not, but anyway. And so when you walk across redstone as well, it also activates it, as you can see here. I've got a thing, and if I walk into it, there it is. See, it's glowing now. It's actually pulling out redstone compared to one that isn't updated. And the Beast Chimp, that's his username for YouTube, he came up with the idea of using redstone ore as the actual the block that would get updated. Instead of you having to place a block down and update the switch, he did it like this. So this is his design, and he put it towards a trap. So what you do is you walk along here, here's the redstone, activate it, and you fall in a pit of lava. So what happens is this gets updated. As you can see, it's updated now, and it's actually working. And underneath here is a pit of lava with a couple of pistons. And now, if you have a look behind here, so this is the bud switch, first of all. I'll show you how to build this shortly. So the piston is just in behind here, and as you can see, when I remove that block, it updated. And so it comes along here. This is the output of the bud switch, and it goes into an inverter. And so when the bud switch is not activated, the pistons are full extended, but when it is activated, they retract, and so as you're walking through, you fall into the pit of lava. So to build one of these, what you need to do, so you have your piston, and then you dig down one over here, and you have this is your block that just pulls the block. It can't be anything that can't be moved or transparent. So anything along those lines. So you have a torch, you have a piece of redstone, another block, redstone torch, another block, and then you come in across here, block, 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 block. Another one up here, redstone repeater, wired, wired. And so power is coming in through here because this is off, this is inverted, so it's on. Powers this block, which powers thing across here. Now, this piston is actually on. It should be on because power gets transferred through this block, because repeaters power the block in front and the block in front and below. So this is actually powered because this takes from the adjacent block. So when I update this block, it activates, and if you see here, so you see here, this is the output. So when I update it, it flashes on and off. And so with the redstone involved, the redstone ore, when I jump on it, there it is, and activate it. So that's the one wide buzz switch. You don't need this on here, so that just makes it one wide, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide, five long, 3 tall, and 1 long. And so then what I thought was, well, instead of having it as a trap, let's use it to our advantage. Now, I've got this little setup, I just made this, and so the this would probably be best used in SMP, so survival multiplayer, for, again, protecting your stuff, as everyone has tricks for protecting your stuff in survival multiplayer. So you can see here, of course, there's a bit of diamond down the end, and you're like, ooh. So the ordinary person will just walk by and they won't think to go into this little hidey hole that I've made. But when I walk by, knowing that it's here, so what I do is I walk up to the redstone, walk backwards, and now I'm into my hole. Come down here, and of course there's cake. But so I'll show you this. I've got a little this side switch as well. So this activates it from this side, and it closes up. So as you can see, this redstone, the redstone ore has been activated, and I'll show you this on the outside. So another issue that you have to deal with if you're using openings is that when redstone ore is activated, this pulse that is sent through here is 1 tick. Now, you can't really climb out of a hole with 1 tick of opening. So what I had to do was, this is a pulse extender, lengthener, which I'll link to who I found created this. It's probably been around before that, but I'll link to that person, can't remember at the moment. But what happens is this gets updated, sends the pulse through the pulse lengthener and pulls back these. And then same with the button that's in here. So the button's behind this sand piece, powers this, comes around up behind here and goes through the pulse lengthener. I didn't need to put it through the pulse lengthener, but it adds a bit more time to be able to get out. So the only bad bit about redstone ore is it takes a while to deactivate, I guess. So it takes probably 5 minutes, I think, which is about the same time as it takes for objects like this, just what are they called, blocks, to disappear. So it does take a while, but if you just reset it manually, so that's reset now. And so if I didn't know about this and I was just walking through, you'll still hear the things activated, but I'll be busy here getting my... Nope, that didn't activate. There we go. I'll be busy here just mining away, so I don't think you'd notice it. Yeah, so that's what I've done with a bud update detector switch. So pretty good stuff, and you can use it in your own world anyway, just as a entrance. You don't need to use your hands. It just activates by itself. So just walk down here and it's all good. So that's my my version. Thank you for watching, and subscribe, please.